and all these on that option. Get the mask on my face like a catch. Don't call my phone unless you tryna cop. I'll pull up and serve you well.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roam.com and wherever else. And guys, we got a lot to talk about. So the first thing I want to discuss is the Panthers versus Raiders. What I thought about the game, what I thought about the coaching, what I thought about the team in general. Gotta talk about that. We also gotta talk about a certain player, that jersey I'm wearing. We'll get into that. And also, while the grass ain't always greener on the other side. So we got a lot to talk about today, guys. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Panthers. So the Carolina Panthers took an L to the Raiders. Now I said the Panthers, at first I said they'll be 6-10, 5-11. Then I changed that and changed it to 4-12. One of the four I was counting was this game because I didn't really believe in John Gruden or Derek Carr. I thought John Gruden wasn't that great, which I still don't think he is. But I counted this as a win. So now we're down to 3-13. Now let me kind of get into this. The first thing I want to get into is the defense. The defense was atrocious. And I got to blame Matt Rule for that. Why? Because you're the head coach. You get all the blame. So, Josh Jacobs rushed for, I think, 93 yards. He rushed for like 3.7 yards a carry. He had 3 rushing touchdowns on 25 attempts. He ran all over us. That's not even counting the catch out of the backfield he had. Derek Carr, I think, threw for 239 yards. He threw 30 passes, completed 22 of them for 1 touchdown. So they had a total of 4 touchdowns. That's not counting the kicks. The defense allowed 34 points. That's not good defense. Mind you, we spent all our draft picks on defense. All of them. Every single draft pick that we had, we spent on defense. We allowed 34 points. Now people are going to say, oh, they're young and this, that, and third. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that when you spent every draft pick that we had last year on defense. I don't want to hear about young. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about stopping the run. I want to hear about a guy now rushing for 3 rushing touchdowns. 3 rushing touchdowns. And obviously Josh Jacobs is a good running back. I'm not saying he's not. But everybody knows when you build a defense, you build it to stop the run first. If you can't stop the run, you get play action to death. You get passing, you know what I'm saying? You start loading the box up because you can't stop it. Now people are running one-on-one coverage and they're going to get loose. Things of that nature. Obviously Henry Ruggs played well. But that falls squarely on the head coach and Phil Snow. Now the offense, I will say the offense looked pretty good. Christian looked amazing, obviously. Robbie Anderson looked great, obviously. But let's be honest. Teddy Bridgewater was 22 of 34 for, I think, 270 yards and 1 touchdown. Christian got, I think, 2 rushing touchdowns. I think he rushed for like 97 yards on like 23 attempts. Somewhere around there. I'm close. Their numbers were kind of close. And to be honest with you, the only reason why Teddy got a touchdown and 270 yards was because a play that happened with Robbie Anderson, which was more scheme than Teddy, that's me being honest. It wasn't even a deep pass. It was like maybe 15, 20 yards. The corner grabbed Robbie Anderson and fell down. And then Robbie Anderson caught the pass. I guess the safety that was over top missed the tackle, and Robbie took it like 75 yards. So total, let's say out of the 15, Robbie took it 60. That was more Robbie Anderson than Teddy Bridgewater. He broke 2 tackles and took it to the house. So if you take away these 75 yards that was on that one play, he would have thrown 21 for 33 yards and 195 yards total. No, so it would have been 21 of 33 for 195 yards and 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. And then, mind you, offense looking good. But guess what? Christian running the rock, looking amazing. But at the crucial moment of the game, you give the ball to our fullback to get the 1 yard instead of the ball or running back that you had. You could even call a pass play and then dumped it off to Christian, or dumped it off, do a drag route, something to get 1 yard. But you give it to the fullback, he gets stuffed, and then we lose the game. The Panthers are in trouble. Now everybody gonna say, "Oh, Matt Rule's gonna get better at game time decisions." And Matt Rule, he said, "Oh, I put this completely on me. The onus on me." Of course it's on you. You made the bad call. You made the wrong call. You took it out of your star players' hands and you put it in our fullback's hands. You didn't even put it in your quarterback's hands to make a play. You put it in the fullback's hands. So Panthers start off the season 0-1. Not even surprised. On the other hand, I'm wearing a certain player's jersey. If you can see these, y'all see this? He was back in action for the first game of the season for the New England Patriots. He will always be a Panther in my heart, but whatever. And he threw 15 for 19, 0 touchdowns. I think it was 155 yards. He rushed for 15 attempts for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. He would have had a passing touchdown if N'Keal Harry didn't fumble the ball into the end zone at the end of, to give them a touchback. They gave him 2 points. And he got the W. They won 21-11. So he's in the win column and Teddy Bridgewater is in the losing column. Let me give you this. The QBR. Cam Newton's QBR was 79.5. He threw 15 for 19 for 155, no touchdowns, no picks. Teddy Bridgewater was 22 of 34, 270 yards, 1 touchdown, and his QBR was, I think, 75. So Cam had a higher QBR, Cam got the W, and Cam's playing for $1 million. So now everybody's gonna say, "Oh, well, it's the Dolphins." Well, I can make the same argument. It's the Raiders. Raiders are not necessarily a good team, but let's be honest. Cam looked very healthy yesterday, and mind you, Cam is doing this with bad receivers. Come on, let's be honest. Julian Edelman is old, and N'Keal Harry is whatever, and he got Damiere Byrd that was in Carolina before that, and obviously got released because they didn't want to pay him, so he went to Arizona. Cam is doing this with no receivers. His lineman is suspect. Because remember, Tom Brady left this. This is what Tom Brady left. I want you to understand. This is what he left. So they didn't get better receivers. They didn't get better O-linemen. And Cam got a W. Whereas Teddy Bridgewater, conversely, got Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel, a better line, which line didn't look that great either. And the Saints offense. And he scores 30 points with a loss. At the end of the day, I think the Panthers made a mistake. And Teddy looked good. I'm not saying Teddy didn't look bad. But I got a question for all y'all. 4th and 1. If you had Cam Newton, who's getting the ball? Because I seen distinctly that the Patriots, 4th and 1, guess who got the ball? Cam Newton. Guess who converted? Cam Newton. So it's very ironic. 4th and 1, you got nobody to get the ball to. You give it to the fullback. He gets stuffed. You didn't want to give it to Christian because last year Christian got stuffed like 3 times on goal line situations. But a healthy Cam Newton would have converted that 4th and 1 because he's done it 1,000 times. Even Tom Brady would have converted that 4th and 1 because he's done it 1,000 times. So week 1 is looking pretty bad. Cam W, Teddy L. Cam 15-19 higher QBR, 2 rushing touchdowns. Teddy Bridgewater 1 passing touchdown, lower QBR. Speaks volumes. And let me give you guys this analogy, right? Let's say you start, for all my guys out there, you start dating this girl. And she has a kid, but she's cool people's, you rock with her and everything like that, whatever. But let's say the kid's having some health issues. You start, getting into arguments and stuff like that. Things ain't great. And then you see another girl, you're like, man, that girl look good, man. She cool, I rock with her. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you work with her at a job, you cool, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And you're like, man, I decided to go with her. I break up with my girl. And you get with a new girl and you're talking about having a kid and all that stuff like that, whatever, and you're getting into arguments and things ain't going great. And you're like, man, what's going on? And then the friends that you had, they stop hanging out with you because they feel like you did your ex-girlfriend wrong. And there were a couple friends and they decided to pick her in the couple. And now the kid's not having health issues anymore. He's thriving. And you're there. You're with a girl that you have arguments with. You're missing your ex. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know if y'all want to have a kid, don't want to have a kid, and all your friends are gone. That is the Carolina Panthers. Why you say that, you mean? Let me tell you what I mean. The guy in that scenario is David Tipper. The girl he's arguing with, the second girlfriend, is Matt Rule. The first girlfriend is Ron Rivera. And the stepchild is Cam Newton. The reason why I say that is this. One, y'all want to know who the only person who lost yesterday was? Matt Rule. Because Ron Rivera was down 17 points to the Eagles, shut them out in the second half, scored 27 unanswered points, won the game. Cam Newton played for the Patriots, beat the Dolphins, won that game. Now mind you, Ron Rivera was expected to lose that game because they're the Eagles. He beat them. Cam Newton, we don't know if he's healthy, this and third, he won. But that's not it. Greg Olsen in Seattle won. That's not even it. Mario Addison and all these other guys who left the Panthers and did a mass exodus to Buffalo, they won. So literally everybody who left Carolina won. Even Kyle Allen won. Guess why? He's the backup in Washington. So everybody won, but Matt Rule and Teddy Bridgewater and Joe Brady and Phil Snow and David Tipper. So are we going to look back at this and see that David Tipper made a mistake? Because the Washington football team got a W in a divisional game against the Eagles with a good old line and good tight ends and receivers and a running back and a good defense. Ron Rivera had to get an IV during halftime and still won the game. But Matt Rule lost against the Raiders at home. Maybe it's too early to tell. Again, this is the first game of the season. I don't want to be too hyperbolic. But maybe David Tipper made a mistake. But I said I was going to do this. So anybody who follow my channel, you know I said I was going to do this. Because at the end of the day, I feel like they made the wrong choice by letting Cam Newton go. And yes, I was one of the ones who said Ron Rivera should get fired. But I said that because there were some plays I think Ron Rivera did who he did wrong. But to my defense, I want us to get Eric Bieniemy from Kansas City, who also won. But we decided to get Matt Rule from college. So, a few years from now, are we going to say that they made the wrong decision? We'll see. Well, that's it for me, guys. And before I wrap this up, there's a guy in my comment section. You guys might have seen his comment. On the last video, I pinned this comment because he said, bank it, Panthers will win more than 4 games. That's what he said. I told him, hey, I'll pin your comment. If you're right, everybody will know it. And if you're wrong, everybody will know it. So, just so y'all know, y'all see his comment. If y'all want to say something, you don't, whatever. Like I said, it's the beginning of the season. It's early, so we'll see. But make sure you like, subscribe, share this with your cool things. Check out my last video, obviously, where I picked the Panthers to win, which was crazy. And make sure you check out my Dog with Non-Steve channel. I rock with y'all. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Again, Panthers. I'm a Panthers fan, but I'm also a Cam Newton fan. And I honestly believe that we made the wrong decision. Teddy Bridgewater, like he's thinking and dunking, does like he has a strong arm. Even though the offense looks amazing, Joe Brady looks, but I expected that because it's Joe Brady. But, we'll see what the Panthers do from here. We'll see. The defense looks trash. I'm just being honest with y'all. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love. I'm going to see y'all next time. And peace.